The starting lineups are introduced behind us right now. Two players, the key matchup you look at for Brookdale, Jakasha Andrews, and on the Northampton side, Dom Moser. Two players who are all region performers this year.
Yeah, Dom Moser had an incredible game. Last time these two teams played, she had 19 points in the last time these two teams met back in December, so she'll be someone that you have to keep an eye on. The other player that you'll want to watch, particularly after yesterday's game, was Ibrianna Moore. Ibrianna Moore had an incredible game, played really well, shot many threes from behind the three-point line, so she'll be someone that you want to keep an eye on as you take a look at the starting lineup there.
So we'll run through the Brookdale starting lineup real quick. As you said, with Ibrianna Moore, she joins Jakasha Andrews, Hermione Bankel, Gianna Errico, and Colleen Brannigan. And for the visiting Northampton Spartans, the #2 overall seed, that is the starting five today of Kai Adams, Dom Moser, Katie Alvarez, Tatiana Goodwin, and Dina McKellar.
And don't forget about Jakasha Andrews. Remember, she was Region 19 Conference Player of the Year, so she'll be someone, definitely a factor on Brookdale's side.
The officials today, Ron D. Pasquale, Courtney Cozart, and Margaret Hussey. And the championship game, the first of our doubleheader today, is underway with the Jersey Blues controlling the opening tip. Start with a long three, and it's good right off the bat. It's Andrews from deep.
And I just mentioned her a moment ago. You got to watch her. She's really good from behind the three-point line, and she's not afraid to shoot those long threes. So Northampton's going to have to do a better job of closing out on her in this game.
Pass inside to Adams was blocked by Errico, and Brookdale comes back the other way with Andrews. Picked up by Adams. Andrews, another three is good.
What did I just say? You got to watch Andrews. She's really hot from behind the three-point line.
6 points in 40 seconds. And a turnover for Northampton. And they're starting this game at least partly in the same fashion of yesterday's, in that the turnover number was sky high. 27 turnovers committed by the Spartans in a winning effort over Middlesex yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I think Northampton rather, was kind of ready to put that game behind it because of how many turnovers they committed yesterday.
Andrews misses that time. It's rebounded by McKellar. Goodwin the acceleration. Goodwin all the way to the rack. Couldn't put it home. Able to track it down. Saves it right in the hands of Ibrianna Moore. And of course, Moore, the new addition to the starting lineup for today's game. The one change for Rich Brunson, as he had Rachel Rouse in yesterday, but she is unavailable today. And I think Moore more than earned her spot by scoring 25 points in yesterday's game.
Absolutely.
Here's Brannigan, the drive, blocked underneath. And that was Caitlin Capetta, and she'll give her team possession. And there's Rich Brunson, first season, and all the way to the championship game his team goes. Great first year it has been for the Jersey Blues. Under Brunson's guidance, as McKellar turns, can't hit, rebound Capella, blocked by Errico. Couple of rejections early on for Gianna.
Yeah, that's the second block by Errico, as you said, Brian. Really nice job by her so far defensively.
Now Bankel drives baseline, kicks it back out. Moore fires away. Not that time for three. It's rebounded by Alvarez. And a travel is called. Caitlin Capetta is in disbelief.
Yeah, she was looking to try to get it back over to Dom Moser and was not really concentrating on what she was doing with her feet.
And there you get a look at Tara Belfield, the second-year head coach for the Spartans. A lot of success in just 2 years. She spent 11 seasons as an assistant coach under the previous regime, but now in her second season in charge and guiding her Spartans all the way to the Region 19 championship. Errico at the high post. Hands it off for Andrews, lost it. It's picked up on the steal by Moser. Moser has Andrews to beat. Moser throws it up, wild shot. Errico has the rebound. Ahead for Brannigan, nice bounce pass for Bankel, and she banks it in.
Yeah, nice unselfish play there, finding the open man on the floor, and that was Bankel, and she was able to lay it in underneath the basket.
What a start for Brookdale, an 8-0 run to begin the afternoon. Spartans need an answer in a hurry, and they will not get it. Capetta the miss. Capetta follows it and puts it in. Now there's the first field goal for Northampton. Jersey.
We saw Northampton really struggle yesterday, try to get into a rhythm. It seems like that's coming true again, where they're struggling to try to find anything working inside.
Andrews off balance three. She got hit. And it's 3 free throws coming for Andrews. Not a good foul committed on the perimeter by Tatiana Goodwin. 3 shots coming. Andrews, for her standards, a rather pedestrian game in the win over Ocean. Scored 21 points. And there you get another look. Goodwin committing the contact. Andrews was 8 of 19 from the floor, 5 of 12 from three-point range. And one of 2 Brookdale players to score 20 points, and she makes all 3 at the line. Now some pressure shown in the backcourt. And a travel as the pressure forced Northampton into a mistake.
And we saw a lot of turnovers yesterday for Northampton in their game against Middlesex. You talked about it a moment ago, something that hopefully they were going to try to fix, but so far they've really struggled to try to get into a rhythm.
Yeah, they committed 27 as Andrews the running layup in and out. Brannigan gives a second chance. Moore's 3 off the mark, rebound Goodwin. Northampton committed 27 turnovers. They forced 28 from Middlesex, so that's a combined 55 turnovers. Just an outrageous number.
It was definitely a unique game, let's put it that way, yesterday. Something I don't think we've ever seen that amount of turnovers in one game here in the Collins Arena this season.
And really, in a lot of ways, when you look at the game from a Spartan standpoint, Capetta can hit, Andrews the rebound. They didn't shoot the ball well from three-point range or from the floor as a whole. Andrews not that time. Bankel battling, but Alvarez gets the rebound. Bankel down on the floor.
Yeah, she hit her head as she was trying to get that rebound.
Here's the first substitution. It's Jackie Lingo in to replace Erico. I think Brookdale could use a little more production from their bench, especially in a situation where you have Moore in the starting lineup. Yesterday, only 1 bench point outside of what Moore gave them.
Yeah, we're not really seeing too many bench points. However, the women have been really good at developing a great stamina. We've seen players like Jakasha Andrews, Gianna Erico, Hermione Bankel pull a lot of numbers in games and not really falter off as far as performance is concerned. So, yeah, they haven't had as many points from the bench, but they haven't necessarily had to take players out because of their stamina.
And early on, the turnover number for the Spartans is higher than they'd like. They're already down by 9. Brannigan, the drive. Shot was contested, and it'll go back to Northampton.
Yeah, it's the second time now that Brannigan's had a drive inside. She's had it blocked away, but she's grabbed the ball when she's out of bounds, which is unfortunate for her because she's in still good position, just unfortunately on the baseline.
Here's McKellar. Bounce pass for Alvarez. Tries to get around Bankel. Couldn't. And it's picked up by Moore. Turnovers continue to pile up for Northampton. Andrews guarded by Capetta. Andrews the crossover. Crossover again. Kick it out Bankel. Extra feed Moore. Her three-pointer won't go. Rebound Moser. Moser comes off a 9 of 24 shooting performance herself in the win yesterday, so not her best game at all. Another steal, this time for Andrews. Andrews pulls up, no one defends the 3, and she knocks it down. Tara Belfield needs a timeout. It's 14-2. What a start for the Jersey Blues. 4:44 left, first quarter. And we'll take a break. We'll come right back.
Planning a large-scale event or conference? Consider Brookdale Community College and its versatile Collins Arena. The Collins Arena is the premier venue for all kinds of corporate and community events. Live concerts and celebrity happenings, trade shows and expositions, sporting events and tournaments. The Collins Arena has countless layout options to meet your needs. Bring your next event to life at the Collins Arena at Brookdale Community College. Go to brookdalecc.edu/events and start planning your next event now.
And we're back. Brian Goudsward, Tim Catalfamo here on Brookdale TV. Of course, we were with you for 4 games yesterday. Got our final 2 today. Women's championship up now. The men will follow at 3 p.m. And what a start it has been for Brookdale, who are playing this championship game right here at home in front of their own fans, and off to a terrific start.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about how slow Northampton was yesterday, and they really never found a rhythm. Brookdale, historically, on both sides, really doesn't start the games all that well, but the women, I think, have started incredibly well. It's really been fascinating to watch.
Moser corner pop misses. Goodwin gets the offensive rebound. Goodwin puts it back up and in. Now the first points for Tatiana Goodwin. Rachel Rouse has checked in. So she got the start yesterday, but today coming off the bench, Andrews fires away and the ball gets stuck.
Yeah, that's going to be tough to get out of there.
You know, there was a video of a game not too long ago, a college men's game, where there was a lot of trouble getting a ball out from there, and finally they had to raise a youngster who finally was able to knock it out and get play back under resuming.
And as a player, that's so frustrating because you almost feel, even if you miss a shot, it's like, all right, well, at least you have an opportunity to rebound the ball. But when that happens, you have no chance. The other team gets the ball right away.
So it's Northampton ball. Moser gets around Rouse, gets bumped by Brannigan. Foul is called. That'll be the first on the Jersey Blues as Colleen gets called on her first. And now we got a pair of substitutions. Erico along with Brianna Moore. Andrews will get a rest in right now, and Brannigan as well. Northampton only 4 points on the board. 3:50 left opening quarter. Pass was tipped. Moser able to knock it off Bankel and keep her team with possession.
And remember, this is a team in Northampton that averages 72 points a game. So they're not in any way slouches on offense, but in this first quarter, they've really struggled to just find anything. And Brookdale's made them pay at the other end.
Inbounds for Moser. One-on-one with Rouse. Moser pulls the trigger. Too strong on a 3. Moore corrals it. Moore for Rouse. She tries a 3. That's good. So we weren't even sure that we were going to see Rachel Rouse in this game, but perhaps there was a change of heart from Coach Brunson as she is out there.
Yeah, Coach Brunson had told me that she wasn't going to play, but maybe I misunderstood him in the starting lineup, that is. Remember, she started yesterday. Brianna Moore took her place this afternoon.
Alvarez is fouled underneath the basket. Rich Brunson begs to differ. And here's a change for the Spartans. Taylor Turrentine is in. And Caitlin Capetta will make her way to the bench. Andrews was on the bench for all of, 30 seconds back in. And Brannigan as well.
Like I said, Andrews averages quite a bit of minutes on the floor. She's usually not on the bench very long unless she's in foul trouble, but that's very rare.
As Katie Alvarez is fouled, she'll go to the line. And it's on Gianna Erico, who picks up her first, Brookdale's third. Alvarez coming off a double-double, 12 points, 13 rebounds in the win yesterday. No good on the first one. Laura Swager in, Dina McKellar to the bench. We saw Swager make a nice impact when she was in yesterday as well.
Yeah, and that's really going to be the key for Northampton. If they're going to get back in this game, they're going to have to attack the rim a lot more. They're taking some shots from around the perimeter, but not really anything working inside. So that's where they're going to have to go if they want to get some points on the board.
And free throw shooting continues to be an issue on the Northampton side as Alvarez just missed a pair. Andrews misses, Erico the rebound. Brannigan steps into the two-point try and rattles it home.
Yeah, Colleen Brannigan's had a very nice year. She got injured earlier in the year, had to sit out a few games, but she's back playing, and she's someone that Brookdale definitely looks to for a good number of points on the floor every night.
And Northampton has started this game very slowly as another turnover on the last possession. And Brookdale is in command, up by 15, 2.5 left first quarter. Andrews right by Goodwin. Goodwin was able to block the shot. Andrews may have thought she was fouled. To the corner for Turrentine. Flips it inside Swager, and she banks it in.
And that was actually a very nice play there by Northampton, trying to draw the defense inside. Swager had nice position in the paint, and that's what led to that basket.
And Andrews pass for Brannigan, but Colleen not anticipating it coming her way. That's a Brookdale turnover.
I will say this, though, Brian. One thing that I'm surprised that we haven't seen more often in this game so far is Dom Moser going to the hole strong. She's a really good dribbler. She's really good at handling the ball. But I'm surprised we haven't seen her drive to the basket more often.
Here's Goodwin. That was for two. And Rouse the rebound, but Rouse flips it out of bounds. So Brookdale, a couple of turnovers their last two possessions. And Northampton will get another opportunity. Alvarez the back in, back out. Moser for Goodwin. Swager back in the post. Can't hit. Brannigan the rebound. Erico at the high post. Now the drive, the scoop layup. Swager was there to alter the shot. Moser running back, numbers for Northampton. Moser banks it in, plus the foul. And that is exactly what she can do, a chance for a three-point play.
And that's why I mentioned a few moments ago, I was surprised that she wasn't doing that more often. I felt that she's someone who Brookdale is kind of nervous about because of how dangerous she is with ball handling and how she can really penetrate really well when she gets inside the paint. So I'm surprised we haven't seen that more often. Possibly now Moser's starting to settle in, and maybe we'll turn up the heat.
And all-region first team in the Region 19 converts at the line. Rich Brunson will take a timeout with 1:14 left, first quarter. The Jersey Blues are leading by 10. And we'll take a look at some highlights that we have right here during this stoppage. Tip. Start with a low. A poor shooting game yesterday. She was 0 of 9 from three-point range, but she's started to feel her rhythm early in this game now.
Yeah, she struggled a little bit yesterday, but as I said, she's usually good for around 8 or 10 points. She comes in here to the game, averaging just under 10 a game on the floor. So she's someone that Brookdale can depend upon. She likes that three-point shot from behind the arc, so someone definitely that Brookdale will look to put some points on the board. And so far, you have to be pretty impressed with the way this team has played. Like I said, a great start for them. Northampton starting to find a little bit of a rhythm, but the difference is they're down by 10, so they're already in a big hole.
So full timeout on the floor as we speak. And the Jersey Blues, you know, this is kind of familiar territory. They last won the region in 2014, but Tim, this team has won 6 region championships since 2005. So even though Rich Brunson is new guiding this team in his first year, but as a program, they're no stranger to playing games like this.
Absolutely. I mean, you look at the recent successes they've had. Like you said, the last tournament that they won here for Region 19 was 2014. Fun fact, actually, that was the last time that both the men and the women won a tournament title in Region 19. So that's something that's interesting about that. But, you know, like I said, the interesting thing about it is that they've done a really great job. They've been playing really well. And I'm very, very impressed by their performance early on.
So an extended timeout. What's going on?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Obviously, we're looking at like a replay of something. Our crew's trying to find something down on the floor, but I'm not sure what the stoppage is on the floor. Coach Brunson and a couple of the players are still meeting on the floor, but no one has come out of the huddle. It was originally supposed to be just a 30-second timeout, so I'm not quite sure what the holdup is.
I'm not even quite sure what they're looking at. I mean, there didn't seem to be a controversial play there, so.
Yeah, the officials were looking at something, and not quite sure what they were looking at. They were looking at something having to do with the clock, I'm assuming, but the clock seemed to be perfectly fine, so that's why I'm confused about that. So that's why it was an extended timeout period.
Well, it looks like we're about set to resume play here as we hit the final couple minutes of this first quarter. Brookdale will come out with Moore, Andrews, Brannigan, Erico, and Rouse, the 5 on the floor. So I don't know if the officials made any kind of a change based on what they saw there.
Well, the clock was 1:14 when the timeout was called, so that's why I'm a little bit confused exactly what they were looking at. Maybe they were looking at the shot clock was supposed to reset, or if it was supposed to be at a certain number. I'm not quite sure.
Nonetheless, we're back underway. Brookdale with possession. Minute left, first quarter. Andrews fires a 3, back of the iron. And Brookdale will get another chance. Good play by, now the officials will change the call. Initially, they were awarding Brookdale possession, but they changed the call. It's Northampton ball. Spartans with only 9 points on the board in the first quarter and down by 10. Here's Turrentine, the drive and the finish as she got the roll. Strong move to the rim for Taylor Turrentine.
Yeah, now we're starting to see Northampton drive to the rim more often. In the last few minutes, Brookdale's been on a little bit of a scoreless drought where they haven't been able to get points on the board, and Northampton's starting to slowly chip away at their lead.
About a 4-second difference shot in game clock. Moore against Adams. Now Erico with 5 to shoot, hands it off for Andrews. Andrews drives, the floater won't go. It's rebounded by McKellar. 3 seconds left. Moser heaves it with one hand. It's off the top of the backboard, and that ends this opening quarter. Region 19 championship basketball here on Brookdale TV. After 10 minutes, it's Brookdale 19, Northampton 11. We'll take a break now.
My name is Michelle Montanese. I went to Monmouth Regional High School, and I am a point guard.
Hello, I'm Gianna, and I'm from Ocean Township High School, and I'm the center.
Hi, my name is Jackie Lingo. I went to Manasquan High School, and I play forward.
Hi, I'm Shakesha Andrews. I went to Lumber's High School. I'm the point guard.
Hi, my name is Hermione Bunkle, but everybody calls me Frenchie. I'm from France, and I'm a guard.
Hi, I'm Cheyenne Lyons. I'm from Keensburg High School, and I am a point guard.
Hi, my name's Colleen Brannigan. I'm from Madawan High School, and I'm a shooting guard.
I'm Rachel Rouse. I went to Academy Charter High School, and I'm a shooting guard.
We are Brookdale's women's basketball. Go Jersey Blues!
Planning a large-scale event or conference? Consider Brookdale Community College and its versatile Collins Arena. The Collins Arena is the premier venue for all kinds of corporate and community events, live concerts and celebrity happenings, trade shows and expositions, sporting events and tournaments. The Collins Arena has countless layout options to meet your needs. Bring your next event to life at the Collins Arena at Brookdale Community College. Go to brookdalecc.edu/events and start planning your next event now.
Looking for quality higher education at an affordable price? You'll find it at Brookdale Community College, with locations in Lincroft, Freehold, Long Branch, Neptune, Hazlet.
And we're back here starting the second quarter. Brian Goudsward, Tim Kettle-Famo here on Brookdale TV on what is Championship Sunday here at the Collins Arena. And it was Brookdale who built a lead as large as 15 in the first quarter, but didn't close too strongly. And so they start the second with possession, leading by 8.
Yeah, Brookdale needs to get some points on the board. They've been on a scoreless drought for the last few minutes, and what Northampton's been able to do is what I was talking about earlier in the game. Drive the ball inside more and get some more opportunities at the rim.
No one home underneath. Kai Adams picks it up on the steal. Moser, the nice handle, all the way to the basket for 2. And you said it about Moser. She just has a great ability to handle the basketball. Moore in and out on a 3. Moser the rebound. Moser again to the basket. Circus shot misses. Alvarez is there. No, that's McKellar on the offensive rebound in the bank shot. So a run that the Spartans have gone on here has trimmed the Brookdale lead to just 4. In fact, I think it's an 11-0 run. Brookdale was leading 19-4 at one point. Erico in the paint, and she puts a stop to that end. She puts a stop to that run with the basket inside. Turrentine bothered by Bankel. Adams for Swager inside. Her pass hit by Bankel. Erico got it. Andrews bounced up a couple of times, but no good on a 3, and Turrentine the rebound. Moser will settle it down. Adams, long 3-pointer, high arcing shot. Bankel the rebound, she was fouled.
Hermione Bankel, Coach Brunson's told me many times, is one of his best defensive players. So she usually contributes very well on defense, grabbing some nice rebounds, and then, of course, defending. Really does a nice job.
So Brookdale up by 6, about 2 minutes gone by second quarter. The all-region performers on the ball right now with Andrews and Moser. Andrews is fouled.
Yeah, what Brookdale's been doing the last few possessions is they've been attacking inside as well on the other side of the floor. So it's something that they do very well, and it's the way that they like to run their game. They like to attack the rim. You have players such as Jakashi Andrews and Colleen Brannigan that can shoot threes, but really Brookdale's strength is when they attack the rim and they look for options inside.
Yeah, and they also have been proficient shooting the basketball from 3. And as a result, they don't really get to the line too much. In fact, Andrews didn't have a free throw attempt yesterday. Rebound, McKellar. Moser able to spin out of trouble. And now bounce it inside for Alvarez. No shot, travel is called. As that pass goes way out, it was knocked away by Turrentine. And now they'll change the location of the inbounds. Brannigan pressured by Adams. Erico gives it up for Moore. Moore almost lost it, and Moore is called for a double dribble.
And it's like almost Brookdale's trying too hard to try to get inside. They're just, they don't look as sharp as they did early on in the game. So I think it's a combination that Northampton has changed up their defense a little bit, and Brookdale, I think, is starting to feel some pressure that Northampton's been able to slowly start to claw themselves back into this game.
The Jersey Blues have been held to just 2 points so far in the second. McKellar way off the mark. Alvarez able to save it. McKellar inside, throws it up and in with the right hand. And the Jersey Blues will use a timeout. Northampton has gotten back into this game. 7:02 left. First half. We'll be back.
Like a lot of people, I thought community college was a backup option, a discount education. But now, I can't imagine starting anywhere else. Brookdale challenged me. I had the tools and the faculty I needed to grow, both as a student and an engineer. Today, I'm transferring to a prestigious university and finishing a fellowship at NASA. I'm Nick Sikowski, and I came to Brookdale to save money on college. I never imagined it would be the smartest move.
And we're back here on Brookdale TV. 7:02 left, second quarter. As you just saw, the Brookdale huddle taking the last timeout. As Northampton has gone on a big run. This game was 19-4 Jersey Blues. Since then, it is a 13-2 extended run for the Spartans.
Yeah, Brookdale just, for whatever reason, has really struggled to work the ball around offensively. Northampton's changed up their defense a little bit, but they just don't look as sharp as they did in the beginning of the first quarter, which I'm not quite sure why.
Bankel lost it. Turrentine got fouled.
We've also seen quite a bit of turnovers also for Brookdale as of the last few minutes. We saw Northampton have a couple turnovers early on in the first quarter, but as of late, Brookdale's really kind of shot themselves in the foot more often than not.
Both these teams enter play on big winning streaks. For Brookdale, it's 6 straight. Northampton has won their last 8 in a row. Turrentine off the mark. Loose ball. Turrentine gets it back. And then who touched it last out of bounds? It's going to belong to Northampton. Rich Brunson's yelling out white ball, but that's not the call given. Inbounds for Moser. Moser against Bankel. Adams from the foul line. Long rebound out to Bankel. Bankel throws it up off the backboard, follows her shot. She'll shoot 2.
And I'm not sure if Hermione meant to do that on purpose, but she actually helped herself out. She already had taken 2 steps. She threw the ball off of the glass, got her own rebound, and then went back up with it.
Bankel, along with Andrews yesterday, both fouled out of the game.
Yes.
So Brookdale were without both players' services. Bankel good on the first attempt.
Now watch this, watch. She throws it off the glass, she gets her own rebound, and then she goes back up with it, drawing the contact. So I don't know if she intended to do it that way, but pretty impressive job by Hermione Bankel to get to the line.
And 2 out of 2 from the line. Jersey Blues up by 6 in this Region 19 championship game. Adams backs it out. Foul line for Capetta. Offensive rebound, Goodwin. Talia Terrell trying to save it. It'll belong to Northampton, so Terrell's the new substitution in the game for Brookdale.
Yeah, that's one thing that Brookdale has struggled the last few possessions, rebounding as well. Northampton's gotten some second, third chance opportunities as they turn it over there, but they've gotten some second and third chance opportunities that have been able to lead to them getting more points on the board. That's something that Brookdale struggled with the last several minutes, dating all the way back to the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, and yesterday's win over Ocean, that was one of their best rebounding efforts of the season. Andrews, the runner, banks it home. Pair of substitutions set to check in next. It's Erico and Moore. Alvarez, the catch and the finish underneath.
Yeah, Lingo went for the steal and instead left Alvarez wide open underneath, so all she had to turn around at that point, all she had to do at that point was turn around and put the ball off the glass and in.
And Alvarez had a big game when these teams met in the regular season here at the Collins Arena. Bankel inside, that's good. Alvarez scored 26 points and had 10 rebounds. That was one of her best games of the year. Brookdale back in front by 8. Final 4:45 of the second quarter. Alvarez in the post. And it's picked up by Moser. Moser fading away. And she's fouled. She'll go to the line.
Yeah, nice hustle there by Moser to continue to stick with the play and fight for that rebound.
Jackie Lingo picks up her second. Moser in the regular season averaged just over 20 points per game. And 63% foul shooter, misses on the first one. So Moore and Erico in for Lingo and Terrell. Moser yesterday 24 points on 9 of 24 shooting. And she splits a pair from the line. Brookdale has Andrews, Moore, Brannigan, Bankel, and Erico, the original starting 5. Erico lost it, Capetta the steal. Moser weaving through, high off the glass. Andrews the rebound, has it stripped away, but Andrews gets it back. Erico the screen. Andrews the drive, and fouled. Andrews has done a good job forcing the issue. Got off to the good start shooting the ball from 3, but lately she is taking it to the rack.
Yeah, she's done a nice job of drawing some contact and getting to the foul line, which is, like I said, Brookdale's strength.
Fourth team foul. Andrews is at the line, shooting 2.
So there you get a look at the trophies that will be presented, and that's for the most valuable player of this game, coach of the year.
Now you see the 2 gold and silver there. The gold is the winning team, the silver is the runner-up. So each of these 2 teams will obviously receive 1 plaque. The coach of the year and the MVP will obviously be given to the winning team unless there's an absolutely astonishing performance on one of the other teams that leads to the MVP.
4 minutes left in the first half. Brookdale has led start to this point so far. Adams is open and she hits. And a timeout on the floor after that basket where the defense was not very tight on the Brookdale side. We'll take a break, 3:50 left here at the Collins Arena.
Sitting with someone one-on-one in a no-stress environment, that is how you learn how to do math. And Brookdale offers that with 6 full-time members that sit around the perimeter of the room. You come to them with your math or your test review questions, and they'll sit and they'll answer it with you. If you don't have your book with you, you can check out your book. And for most of the courses, about 90% of them, we also have the solutions manual. So you can sit and you can do the work with it, and it actually has the solutions worked out. There's a computer lab that we have that has all the software that you would need to complete any of the math courses here at Brookdale, whether it's statistics with
3:50 left to go until the break. Brookdale with possession outside the timeout, leading by 5. Andrews to the rim. Rebound Capetta. Adams inside the arc, not that time. Loose underneath, held ball. And possession will stay here.
Yeah, Northampton's just getting all the loose balls right now. They're diving on the floor. They're doing a nice job rebounding. And they're, again, slowly but surely chipping away at what was a huge lead for Brookdale to start this game, which is now a lot more manageable.
Jersey Blues have led by as many as 15. Entry pass for Alvarez, blocked by Brannigan underneath. Alvarez again, she's fouled.
And that was a good play by Brannigan to block Alvarez's first shot. But the problem is when you do that, you have to be able to rebound the ball. And there was nobody there in the paint to pick up the ball to secure it for Brookdale.
Alvarez averaged double figures, 11.3 points per game during the regular season. 60% free throw shooter. And we talked about the struggles this team has had from the line. As a team, just 56%, although they get those two to fall. And Brookdale trying to find a way to get reorganized offensively. Now leading by just 3. Errico looking for someone. Out to Brannigan with 12 to shoot. Brannigan straight away. Goes up and over the backboard.
Yeah, and all Coach Brunswick can do on the sidelines is just shake his head. I mean, this has just been really poor showing for the second quarter for the Brookdale Jersey Blues as far as offense is concerned.
Goodwin tried for Adams underneath, but it was an errant pass.
And that's something that we saw a lot of yesterday in Northampton's game against Middlesex. Passes that just went over the heads of players, and nobody seemed to be on the same page. Now, we haven't seen too much of that today, but we saw that quite a bit yesterday in Northampton's game against Middlesex, which they were able to win, but it was led to a really ugly and poor showing.
Yeah, I mean, that was a game where it's not often that in a win you have your head coach say after the game that we didn't play particularly well, but that's what Tara Belfield, her assessment of that performance as an offensive foul is called on the Jersey Blues, away from the ball.
I think that's going to be a moving screen on Hermione Bankel.
And it is her first, Brookdale's 4th team foul. We'll take another look. And there you go, is Goodwin.
I don't know.
Got enough of her for the officials to blow the whistle. 2:26 left in the second. We'll be back.
Hi, I'm Sophia Perola, and welcome to Brookdale's Open House, where high school students, transfer students, families, and the entire Monmouth community can learn more about what Brookdale has to offer. Let's go check it out. Here at the Open House, students can tour the beautiful Lincroft campus, meet the faculty, and find out from over 50 of Brookdale's academic programs. Students can also leave here with tons of information, including how to apply to Brookdale, clubs and activities, financial aid opportunities, and job training for future career planning. In addition, students can also see how easy it is to transfer to a four-year college after Brookdale. To learn more about the Open House or Brookdale Community College, log on to our website.
Northampton with possession, final 2:20 left in the second. They can tie this game on a three-point attempt, or a three-point make, I should say. Adams in trouble, 10 to shoot. Adams inside, floater won't go. Adams fights for the offensive rebound and gets it. Capetta for 3, off the mark. Knocked out of bounds, it's Brookdale ball.
Yeah, it's just rebounding that's really been leading to a lot of these second and third chance opportunities for Northampton. That time Brookdale caught a break that the ball went out of bounds because they're just doing a poor job boxing out anybody underneath. Northampton's getting a lot of rebounds.
Talia Terrell checked in for the Jersey Blues, replacing Brannigan. Screen from Errico. Bankel's jump shot, side of the rim, knocked out of bounds off. Was it Alvarez or Errico? It's Alvarez. Brookdale gets another opportunity. Andrews will inbound. Looking, and finally out to Moore. Bankel inside the arc, misses. Errico knocked over the defender, goes up with it, and it's rebounded by Kai Adams. Now Brookdale has just gone cold. That was nearly a double dribble on Adams. No call.
Yeah, that was clearly a double dribble. Nobody was around her.
Loose ball, trickles out of bounds. stays with Northampton.
Yeah, Coach Brunson can't believe that was not called in the middle of the court, right in plain daylight.
Yeah, it was, as you said, just a missed call. Goodwin straight on three. And again, it's loose. Erico somehow gets the rebound while on the floor. Now it's a 2-on-1 break. Moore takes it herself. Layup doesn't go. Andrews trying to gain possession and does. Brookdale on a long scoring drought trying to change that with Andrews' jumper in and out. One-handed by Moser on the rebound. Moser behind the back move. Moser fires a three. Tipped up rebound Alvarez. She has it knocked away. Possession stays here. The shot clock now turned off. Dina McKellar in to replace Caitlin Capetta. Goodwin will be the inbounder. Cheyenne Lyons along with Jackie Lingo are in. And the final 24.5 ticks as Andrews to the bench. We'll see if Northampton opts to hold for one. Adams gets the inbound. Alvarez in the post, got double teamed, out of trouble. McKellar off the mark, Bankel the rebound. And now Brookdale can hold for one in the final 6 seconds.
Ooh.
Bankel lost it, it's in the hands of Moser. She has 1 second. Moser gets it off and lays it in at the buzzer. The steal by Moser, and she takes it all the way to the basket, and Northampton is within one at the break. It's Brookdale 27, Northampton 26. And as the teams go to the locker room, Brookdale will go not feeling too great because Tim, at one point early in this game, the Jersey Blues had gotten off to a great start. They led 19-4. Everything was going right. We're thinking maybe another blowout on our hands. Well, then Northampton came storming back, and now we have a tight game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really just shocked. I mean, Brookdale started this game really well. We saw Northampton play yesterday. They really did not look very sharp, but in the second quarter, they really turned things up, and they were shooting incredibly well. They were getting the ball inside, and one thing so much that was hurting them for Brookdale was they weren't rebounding at all well. Northampton was getting a lot of second, third chance opportunities, rebounding the ball. And I really do think in the locker room, that's going to be one thing in particular Coach Brunson is going to need to stress, because that's what's keeping the possession alive for Northampton, and they're making it count. Anytime you get second, third chance opportunities on one end of the floor, more often than not, you're going to get 2 or 3 points out of it. So that's something that I think Brookdale's really struggling with. They're a little bit sloppy with the entire ball play in the second quarter as well. So just a lot of things that just really kind of unraveled despite a really nice start for the team in the first quarter.
And the winner of today's game wins the region and will continue their season playing in the Division III National Tournament. So we'll take a break now. Tim Kettlefamo, I'm Brian Goudsword. We'll be back for the start of the second half after the break.
Hello, I'm Laura Vetter here for Brookdale TV at the ring ceremony for the women's soccer team, 2014 back-to-back national champions.
Being a national championship is an indescribable feeling.
I mean, it didn't feel real at first. Going to school the next day was just amazing. We all just couldn't believe it.
I don't know how to explain it. It was it's unreal.
Honestly, I really could not have done it without my teammates. It's such a team effort, the sport, and that's why I love it.
We commend you for your good sportsmanship and team spirit, and for bringing great honor to your family, your coaches, and your community, the entire county of Monmouth.
We really did have a good group, and I wish if Brookdale was 4 years that I would have more time with you, but since it's only 2, I'm grateful for what I did have. And I'm just really proud of all of you, and like I said, I look forward to what the future has for all of you, so thank you.
I think that the soccer program is just such a great addition to the school. The school has such a great reputation that, you know, they had 2 national championships. I think that it will just highlight the school even more so.
Catch the women's soccer team as they attempt a three-peat this fall. I'm Laura Vetter for Brookdale TV. Thanks for watching.
Warm up to another semester. Join Student Life and Activities as we welcome the spring 2017 semester. Learn how to get involved in clubs, get sugared up with an array of candy on our own candy wall, make your own alphabet art mug, and warm up with a free hot chocolate bar. We guarantee you will shake off the winter blues with this fun event.
We all like the events that the Student Life and Activities offer during college hour on a Tuesday and a Thursday. For me, it's kind of like recess for high school. It's just for college, so it's not like lunchtime at work, so it's kind of like a bridging in between. You get a chance to eat your lunch, relax, and do cool things like you can see here today.
Favorite part about today was definitely I was asleep all day. It brought me up. I feel energized. I feel like I could take my class on like a champ, so it's great.
Today is fantastic. I got to sign up for the clubs I wanted to, and it's great that the semester started with this energetic momentum.
It's the week before finals here at Brookdale Community College, and students are running around hoping to pull together a big A on their final exam, but a few of them are here in the Bankier Library choosing relaxation over stress by taking a step out of the student's life and into the dog's life.
Well, this is an annual event that we do. Actually, we do it every semester. Around exam time, it's therapy dogs in the library for students to come in and staff too. Just to have some fun, to relax, pet the dogs, play with the dogs, and kind of relieve some stress.
Oh, you are so cute. I'm in so heaven.
High five.
You're so cute.
You know, everybody needs those study breaks, and it's a way to take a study break without having to get distracted at the same time.
So that petting a therapy dog before finals is supposed to reduce all your stress, and it works. It actually works. This is, I think, the 4th year that we've been here, and finals are next week. Students will come. They will de-stress with petting a therapy dog. The dogs are trained. They're certified by an organization called Bright and Beautiful. We're all volunteers. We're also all the owners of these dogs. It's a wonderful, wonderful program. It's a win-win. The dogs love to be petted, and the students get to enjoy a puppy without, owning them.
My name is Amy Clark. I'm one of the librarians here, and I am the coordinator for this Therapy Dogs event for Anti-Stress Week. I feel great about the turnout. It is usually one of the most popular events in the library. This is the first year that I am coordinating it, and I'm really glad that we have as much interest as we do.
I never know what finals are.
I am a biology major at Brookdale, and I just finished my practical, and I was so stressed out, and I was supposed to go home, and I was told that there were dogs coming to the library. So I immediately came back, and I am so happy right now. I have panic attacks all the time from schoolwork and stuff, so this is the best thing ever.
So much special attention.
I just think it's a fun experience for them. If you're a dog person, it's great. If you're not a dog person, it's hard to not walk by and still want to give them a pet. And it's hopefully it'll get students to kind of relax at this time of the year that can be very, very stressful for them.
What do you like about humans? What do you think of this event on campus?
Happy Chinese New Year. That's right, it's the year of the monkey. And to kick it off, Brookdale's having a little celebration here at the Student Life Center. Let's go check it out.
My name is Kayla Cardoza. I'm the Vice President of Asia Society here at Brookdale. And the event today we're doing is Chinese New Year. We're celebrating the Year of the Monkey this year. And we have a bunch of different crafts that people can try. We have calligraphy for those who want to attempt it. We have origami. And we also have a marble game where you use chopsticks to try and pick up marbles of varying difficulty. And we also have free fruit in the back.
I'm Linda Wang. I teach in math department. I'm the advisor of the Asian Society. I'm the founder of Asian Society since 1994. I love the club, and It's great to see all the students come together, not only Asian students, but a lot of students who are interested in the culture and they want to be involved with the Asian society.
My name is Myunggun Jeon, and on Chinese New Year, Korea also celebrates their New Year at the same day, because they used to be a part of like one country. So we were once one country. So like it means a lot, like that we're celebrating the same holiday. So like one day like we could just like feel reunited maybe, like in that way. Yeah.
What a great way to bring in the new year. To learn more about Brookdale, visit our website at brookdalecc.edu. I'm Sophia Parola. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Hi, I'm Laura Vetter here at the 18th Annual Brookdale Guitar Show presented by 90.5 The Night, Brookdale's public radio station. Music enthusiasts gather at this annual event to attend panels, performances, and shop all things guitar and more.
It's really great for not just musicians, but also the vendors, and it's cool just because it's a day full of music. There's so much to see, and it's stuff that you can't get at a typical music store. Everyone always has really good luck. They get good deals, and it's always just fun to hang out with other musicians, people that are kind of doing the same thing you are.
We actually first started out, for the first 2 years, we were at the Performing Arts Center here at the college, and there were 2 or 3 classrooms over there, and so we had a couple of vendors hanging out. We had some performances on the stage, and then we decided to move over to the arena. Back then it was just the gymnasium, by the way. It wasn't the Robert J. Collins Arena like it is now. So we were there for a couple of years, and then when they opened up the Student Life Center, we said this is the perfect venue because we could have outdoor performances, we could have vendors inside both rooms we have here, and then the clinic rooms that we have. We basically use every single room in this building today. Some of the things that people are really looking forward to this year for the guitar show is a clinic, we call it an All About the Bass clinic. It actually has Graham Mabey, who is the bass player for Joe Jackson, who performed on Look Sharp and all those classic Joe Jackson records. So he's here. Davey Knowles is going to be performing outside in just a little while as well, and all the performances and all the other clinics that we have as well. And of course, people really, the biggest draw is of course all the guitars that are for sale today, and all the accessories and everything else that goes along with it.
My name's Chris Durgan from North Carolina, Sparta, North Carolina, and up by the Blue Ridge Mountains. Friends of mine make guitars up there, and so do I. And this one here happens to be a model of D28 style, but oversized sound hole, and a few other tricks that make it a little punch to it. So we play bluegrass where I am. A little different here, but that's all right. It's all good. And now people are really interested, and this is number 4 guitar ever made. So my friend Paul and Rick that have this booth here are really good friends of mine. We kept in touch for the years, and they invited me down for a very interesting show. There's probably more people in this room than are in my town. Music, without it, we're kind of stuck, but it's a great thing to see different people's music all in one venue. It's a great idea. Hope they keep doing it.
My name is Davey Knowles, and I've come to play here at the Brookdale Guitar Show.
What are you most excited for this day?
Oh, well, playing, of course, but lots of guitar geekery is good. And it's nice to see, I'm a big record vinyl guy, so it's great to see some of that here too. It's just lovely to be here. These things are fantastic. It's great to see so many like-minded people obsessed with them. Guitars are a wonderful thing. They can be works of art, and they're wonderful, so it's nice. It's lovely to see it going on.
Gary Wright, Red Bank, New Jersey. Jersey Shore Jazz and Blues Foundation. We have a booth right behind you to your left. My favorite part? I don't know, just running into people that I know and checking out different instruments and whatnot. And the acts that are out front. Well, Well, most guitar shows are in major cities, like New York or LA, Dallas. So for an area that's considered...
Hi, I'm Gia. Welcome back. We're about to start the second half of the game with Brookdale in the lead by just 1 point. Dom Moser, starting point guard of Northampton, brought the score to 26 points for them at the buzzer with a layup, right under Brookdale's 27-point score. We talked to Dom yesterday, and she believes that teamwork is truly what makes their dream work for Northampton. Wishing both of them the best of luck. Let's get back to the action. I'm Gia Fontana.
All right, so we get set to start the second half here at the Collins Arena. First of our two-game doubleheader on Championship Sunday in the Region 19. And the Brookdale men's team will take on Camden after this one is over. That'll tip off at about 3 o'clock. There'll be a trophy presentation in between games for this one. But Tim, the story for this game, we started to talk about it at the end of the first half, was Brookdale seeing a big lead dwindle down to just 1 point as they get set to start action again.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, one thing that we've seen this team do in past games has been able to rebound, and they've been able to make up for lost time, been able to come back in games, but they're definitely going to need a comeback here because Northampton is chopping at the bit. They have a 1 point lead, but they did not perform very well to close out the first half.
And Brookdale starts the second half with a turnover. Now the Jersey Blues come out with Andrews, Bankel, Brannigan, Erico, and Moore, the original starting five, on the floor. Double teamed was Moser. Swing it over to Adams with 15 to shoot. Moser got knocked down by Erico. The foul is called. So first team foul of this third quarter, and for Erico, it is personal foul number 2. Goodwin will trigger in. Pass intercepted by Andrews. Andrews, three-pointer, way off. Rebound McKellar. Goodwin in transition. Goodwin over Erico. Goodwin gets it back, throws it up off the side of the backboard. Here's McKellar inside. That won't go. Alvarez tips it out to Andrews.
Yeah, I really think Brookdale needs to be patient on offense. They come out here looking like they need to score in a hurry when they really don't.
Andrews too strong. Goodwin able to control the board. On a slow start for the Jersey Blues in this second half. They're not on the board yet. In fact, there's been no scoring so far over a minute in. Moser against Moore. 10 to shoot. Adams traveled.
Yeah, I really think that Brookdale on offense needs to be patient. They've kind of gone away from working the ball inside, and they're really struggling to try to rebound the ball when they're on defense. So those two things I really think are going to be key elements that they're going to have to do better in this second half.
Jersey Blues on a long scoring drought. Bankel spinning around Alvarez and gets it to go. High off the glass for Hermione Bankel. And the Jersey Blues are leading by 3. Moser gave up her dribble and had it stolen away by Bankel. Bankel missed the transition layup, and then a foul is called.
And that's just a tough break. I was just about to say that's why Coach Brunson calls Hermione Bankel his best defender, but she's just not quite able to finish. It's not as easy as it looks when you're coming down the other end of the floor, when you have people breathing down your neck to make those layups. You have a lot of energy, you're trying to slow down, and sometimes you just go in a little bit too strong, and that's what happened, unfortunately, to Hermione Bankel.
So missed opportunity on that last possession. Jersey Blues showing some pressure. Spartans get it across midcourt. Moser inside McKellar, who banks it in.
And Coach Brunson told me that Moser is definitely going to be a player they're going to have to shut down because of her ability not only drive inside, but in that case, dish it off to a player such as Alvarez.
Andrews running shot, and Moser has the rebound. Moser was fouled as she hits the deck. And the foul is assessed to Colleen Brannigan, her third. Third team foul against the Jersey Blues. Brookdale holding on to just a 1-point lead. Moore tipped it. Moser gets it.
Nice.
Beautiful pass inside, and McKellar has given the Spartans their first lead today. Bankel around McKellar. Nice dish inside, and Erico able to get the roll. So Erico comes off a double-double performance in the win over Ocean yesterday. Goodwin's pass is high, and who touched it last? It's Brookdale ball.
And something that we have seen Brookdale do in the past when they've needed some turnovers, when they needed to try to turn this game around, is they've pressured teams. They've put on full court pressures. I haven't really seen that so far. I'm actually curious whether or not Coach Brunson is going to go to that, because when Northampton is pressed and they're under pressure, they seem to turn the ball over.
Adams was blocked by Erico, but a foul. And Erico must have whacked Adams on the arm. So for Gianna, that's her third. Brookdale has already committed 4 team fouls. Northampton yet to commit one. And Adams at the line, where she shoots it at 64%. Averaging 8 points a game during the regular season. The sophomore from East Stroudsburg splits a pair at the line. And we're all tied up, 31 all. Andrews got it for 3.
Yeah, Andrews had gone cold from behind the three-point line really since the first quarter. We saw her open with 2 straight threes, but since then was really cold. Now finally able to knock down a crucial shot.
And that's Dina McKellar inside. She's working on a strong third quarter with 6 points. Moore, the answer, off the mark. Brannigan able to collect the offensive rebound. That was tough work. Moore will try again. Short. Bankel, another rebound. Third chance on this trip down court for Brookdale. Andrews defended by Goodwin. Andrews the drive, fouled hard. Free throws coming.
And it's a smart move by Andrews. Drive inside, trying to get the contact. That was actually the first possession we've seen in quite a long time where Brookdale actually rebounded the ball well and was able to give themselves a couple of opportunities at this end.
It's the first on Katie Alvarez. Northampton's first in this third quarter. So Andrews, the Region 19 Player of the Year for Division III women's basketball. Another look at it there with Alvarez committing the contact. And Andrews was the leading scorer for pretty much all season, but in the second half, she took it to new heights. Wound up being Conference Player of the Week at one point. It's a foul at midcourt. It's a push on Brookdale.
And I think that's going to be Hermione Bankel's third personal foul, if I'm not mistaken.
And you're correct. And, you know, as we referenced, Bankel, who fouled out of the game yesterday, and in foul trouble again. It's free throws now for Moser.
Yeah, it looks like she just tripped Moser slightly at midcourt.
First one rattles in.
And that's something we have not seen Northampton commit too many of them. So they haven't committed too many fouls. That's been something that they've done a nice job of, as opposed to yesterday's game where not only do they have a lot of turnovers, but there were a lot of fouls called on the floor.
Tight game. It's the Jersey Blues over the Spartans by 1. Rouse has come on. Erico high post. Erico, wild shot. And McKellar just fighting with Bankel to get the rebound. Alvarez draws a crowd underneath the basket, misses underneath. It's out of bounds. Brookdale basketball. Caitlin Capetta in, Dina McKellar to the bench for Northampton, and we will have a timeout. 4:51 left, third quarter in this Region 19 championship game. We'll be back.
For nearly 50 years, Brookdale graduates have been shattering expectations. They transfer to Georgetown and Columbia University. They work at NASA, call Major League Baseball games, and defeat celebrity chefs. They prove again and again that a college is only as good as its success stories, and ours speak for themselves. This is Brookdale. This is college redefined. This is success reimagined.
And we're back. Brian Gadsword, Tim Catalfamo getting a zoomed-in look there at the midcourt emblem here at the Collins Arena.
Yeah, that's actually new. That was put in earlier this year at the beginning of the season. Just a fun fact for you.
And what a season overall it has been for Brookdale basketball as a program when they have both the men's and women's teams making the region championship games, respectively.
Yeah, I mean, it's really impressive. Like I said, Brookdale, when you host an event, you certainly want your teams there. And the women pretty handily won their game yesterday in the semifinals against Ocean. The men as well were able to really take on and play really well against Northampton yesterday. So you certainly want that when you're hosting a big event like this, but this is definitely not in any way an easy game. Brookdale has really struggled since the opening few minutes of the first quarter.
Yeah, they led 19-4 right out of the gate. 15-point lead at that point, but since it has been close throughout, as the Spartans have been able to battle their way back. Adams to the bench. And a championship game that goes down to the wire. I'll sign up for that. Andrews, corner three. It's good. Oh, what a bounce.
And now we're starting to see Brookdale press a little bit, which I was wondering when Coach Brunson was going to go to that. Team works really well when they do that.
Moser streaking in but missed. It's rebounded by Erico. Andrews ahead of the floor, dribbled it off her foot. And that's a missed opportunity because no one was back for the Spartans, but Brookdale can't cash in.
We talked about it yesterday. When Northampton is pressed, they have a tendency to turn the ball over. So we'll see if this full court pressure that Brookdale's looking to push here on the Spartans will do anything.
Press is on. Northampton able to get across midcourt. Goodwin got fouled. That's on Andrews.
And Andrews fell down at midcourt and really kind of gingerly walked down to get in position. So that was just a bad foul by Chikasha.
Her second. Brookdale's fifth. Goodwin at the line. But a point that you brought up earlier about the full court press, and we've seen it in spurts this year with this team, but it at times has proven to be very effective. They just don't seem to go to it consistently.
Right, well, like I said, the only reason why they would go to it is if they're in a position where they feel it's necessary. But I would say even with a 4-point lead, this is definitely an opportune moment because I think Northampton in this second half and dating all the way back to the second quarter has played a lot better than Brookdale, even though the scoreboard hasn't shown it.
This Andrews called on a carry.
And Chikasha Andrews has not had a great game. She's been a little off. She started out really nice with 2 straight threes, but since then has just been a little off for whatever reason today.
4 minutes left to go in the third. Tight roping along the sideline. Goodwin tried to thread the needle, but Erico was there. Andrews has space. Short on the three. On a bounce, Moser has it. Bankel defending. Turrentine crossover. Alvarez turning inside. Turrentine gets the offensive rebound. Alvarez puts it back up and in off the glass. Two-point game. Brookdale leading. Errico sets the screen. Andrews tried for Errico. It's stolen, and it's Moser. Moser gives it up. Goodwin finishes.
Yeah, nice patience there by Moser. She didn't have the shot, but she gave it up. And now we're tied up again, Brian. I mean, Northampton, incredible run to get back in this game. I mean, remember, they were down by double digits earlier.
Andrews. Brannigan tries a three. No good. It's up and over the backboard. Here comes a change for the Spartans. It's Laura Swager in. Tatiana Goodwin will check out.
Yeah, and Brookdale's really struggling to get the ball inside. They're taking a lot of outside shots that are obviously not going down, and it's great when they go in, but when they're not going in, you're in really a lot of trouble because you're not getting points on the board. So I'm curious why they have kind of gone away from driving the ball inside, which has been one of their strong suits.
Capetta was blocked. Some more, who's not exactly a noted shot blocker, but got a piece of that shot. 21 to shoot. Inbounds for Capetta. The running scoop shot, and it's rebounded by Errico. Errico wants to take it herself. Errico to the basket. Offensive foul.
I like the aggressiveness, though, even though she gets a personal foul here, which is unfortunately for her, her fourth. I like the aggressiveness. In this game, you need something. You need a spark. This team just looks like they're being held stagnant by Northampton. They look like their energy level is a little low. They need something, need a spark. So I like the aggressiveness. Unfortunately for Errico, though, as I said, that's her fourth personal.
And she's on the bench now. Jackie Lingo has come in. Alvarez off the glass and in. Spartans lead. Katie Alvarez is tough to match up with down near the basket. And coming off a big game yesterday, and she's been one of the Spartans' leading players again today. Moore, no good. Brannigan has it. Brannigan up with it. And Moser controls the rebound. Numbers for Northampton if they hurry. Moser all the way to the basket. Alvarez keeps it alive. Bankel comes down with the rebound, gets it to Andrews. Pace is really picking up now. Moore. Brookdale just been off on those three-point attempts.
Yeah, and I really don't know why they keep going to the three ball. They have to get the ball inside. It's just not falling. They're wasting these opportunities on offense.
Turrentine can't hit. Andrews has it. Final minute, third quarter. Brookdale down by 2. Andrews for Brannigan. Brannigan a three. That's off the side of the rim. It's rebounded by Capetta. She's in trouble. Now Moser brings it ahead. Moser picked up by Andrews. Around to Turrentine. Brannigan swatted away. Alvarez came up with it. Bankel gets the defensive rebound. Shot clock now turned off. Brookdale can hold for one if they'd like. Northampton can give a foul if they choose. Andrews watched there by Moser. Down to 7 seconds. Andrews lost it out of bounds. It's back to the Spartans. Just too many costly mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't understand why you're taking so much time there. I understand you want to hold for the final shot, but you got to work for a good shot. Taking threes is not going to get you there. Right now, they're not going in. You got to get the ball inside. I'm really puzzled by this offensive play.
Moser blocked by Bankel at the horn. Bankel is hopping on one foot. So hopefully Bankel is okay after blocking that shot. She got hit and is limping to the Brookdale bench right now. end of 3 quarters. It's Northampton leading by 2, 41-39. Before we go to break, we'll take another look at a play we have right here. And it's Andrews, one of her made threes. And that one got the bounce of all bounces.
Minds can achieve anything. We make sure they get to college. Federal student aid provides more than $150 billion in grants, loans, and work-study funds to make college possible for anyone with the mind to get there. Because if given the chance, minds will do great things. Federal Student Aid, proud sponsor of the American Mind. Learn more about money for college at studentaid.gov.
The meditation series will strengthen your spirit with peace and balance. Intro to Zen Meditation provides a foundation of the basic principles of Zen instruction, sitting, walking, and breathing techniques allowing one's mind to rest. Allowing peace within helps develop powerful ways to invoke inner harmony and radiate peace whenever you are in need, no matter where you are. Healing Energy Meditations provides tools to help gently calm the mind to find the quiet place within. Go to brookdalecc.edu and click on Continuing Education.
Start of the 4th quarter, Brian Goudsword, Tim Catalfamo, rest of our crew here on Brookdale TV. And a game that started with the Jersey Blues leading by 15. They now trail by 2 against the Spartans of Northampton. Capetta can't add to that margin. McKellar. And the Spartans will get yet another chance. They just keep outworking Brookdale on the boards. So Moser will inbound. And that is a travel on Taylor Turrentine.
Yeah, and Brian and I, we were talking about this during the break. I really do feel that if Brookdale's going to win this game and win this title, they're going to have to get the ball inside more. I'm really puzzled why they've kind of gone away from what they were doing earlier in the game. They hit some threes, yes, but they were working the ball inside. They were getting some nice shots. That's something that they need to do, I feel, in this game, as you see another turnover there.
Sloppy play continuing as Bankel tried the pass for Brannigan. Northampton is looking for their first region championship since 2012. That the only one in their program's history. And leading by 2 as we speak, Turrentine. And there was a foul. It's going the other way. What'd they call? 3-second violation?
3 seconds in the paint. Coach Brunson wanted a foul beforehand on Northampton, but again, another opportunity here for Brookdale. Let's see what they can do.
Bankel sweeps it up. Moore able to get the rebound. Brookdale just trying to find the basket. They have been struggling offensively for a while. Brannigan, that's a 3, and it's good. Jersey Blues back in front. Big 3-pointer.
And that was a huge, huge 3. But like I said, I really do feel that they're going to win this game. They're going to have to go inside.
Stolen by Moore. 2-on-2 break. Moore hoping for Andrews. It's stolen by Turrentine. Turrentine all the way to the basket. Lingo went down. It's a blocking foul. And it's free throws for Turrentine. Lingo thought it should have been an offensive foul.
Yeah, let's take another look at this, Brian. I don't know. Let's watch this here. Yeah, she was moving, so that's a good call by the officials.
Turrentine, freshman from Bushkill, Pennsylvania. And now we get a change for Brookdale. Erico is in. And Katie Alvarez is back in for the Spartans.
Lane violation there.
So Free throw wasn't good anyway, but Brookdale will take possession. Turrentine to the bench. About 2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Handoff for Andrews. Floater. Yes! Banks it in plus the foul.
That's what Brookdale is so good at doing. They're so good at giving the ball off to somebody, and that was really a play that got set up by Gianna Errico, who stayed patient with the ball and found the man at that point, who was Chikashi Andrews, in the perfect spot at the perfect time.
3-point play is good. So Brookdale was down. They got a 3 from Brannigan. They get a 3-point play from Andrews, and they're back up 4, and now a turnover. Errico ahead to Andrews. Andrews got blocked by Goodwin. There was contact, no foul. Brannigan able to get to it. Andrews puts up a 3, and it's good! The momentum has swung back to Brookdale. Timeout taken by the Spartans. Brookdale is leading by 7. 7.5 left to go. Region 19 championship. We'll take a break and be back.
For nearly 50 years, Brookdale graduates have been shattering expectations. They transfer to Georgetown and Columbia University. They work at NASA, call Major League Baseball games, and defeat celebrity chefs. They prove again and again that a college is only as good as its success stories, and ours speak for themselves. This is Brookdale. This is college redefined. This is success reimagined.
Well, Brookdale has gone on a run of their own after Northampton had controlled this game for quite some time, wound up taking the lead temporarily. But 2 threes and a 3-point play for Brookdale. They've opened up a 7-point lead. The crowd has become a factor now. Now the Spartans badly needed to talk things over. They have possession outside the timeout. Goodwin, no good. Errico the rebound.
Ooh.
Andrews, another 3. Not that time. Capetta fights for the rebound. In 7 minutes, we will crown a Region 19 champion as Moser misses from the corner. Errico another rebound.
Yeah, one thing Brookdale's done a nice job in the last few minutes has been rebounding the ball. Northampton's really just getting 1 shot per possession, which is when you have a lead like this, you need to do. Limit the opportunities that they have.
Bankel. Foul called on the pass. It's the second team foul against the Spartans. Caitlin Capetta picks up her second. Brookdale has Andrews, Errico, Brannigan, Lingo, and Bankel, the 5 on the floor. Errico sets the screen. Andrews, it's a double dribble. So they actually call it a carry. It's the second time they've gotten that call on Andrews. Rich Brunson is calling out.
And now look at we're sticking with this full court press here. See how Northampton's able to handle this.
Alvarez, way short. Moser comes out of the crowd with it. 12 to shoot. Alvarez got good position on Errico, but missed. Andrews battling with Goodwin. Possession arrow is favoring the Jersey Blues.
Possession goes to Brookdale.
Andrews watched by Moser. Pull-up jumper. No foul called. Yeah. Rich Brunson is irate. McKellar, no good in transition. Errico the rebound. Brookdale a chance. Bankel ahead of the floor. Bankel can't lay it in with the left hand. Bankel again, no good. And it's rebounded by Goodwin. Missed opportunity there. Goodwin to the basket. Her floater off the glass, no good. Loose ball to McKellar. She'll go to the line.
I'll tell you, there is a lot of contact that's not being called on either side of the floor, but that was clearly a foul with Chikashi Andrews at the other end on that last possession that was not called. And as you can imagine, Coach Brunson's pretty upset about it.
So Erico is out of this game. She's picked up her 5th personal. Rachel Rouse is coming in to make the 5th player on the floor for Brookdale. McKellar, sophomore from East Stroudsburg, knocks down the first one. It's a 6-point game. Bankel wants to run. Good transition defense. We'll hit the 5-minute mark, 4th quarter. Andrews, that's for 2. Lingo traveled. Good effort by Lingo, getting down on the floor. But so many times you see the officials make that call. It's pretty much an impossible situation for the player if you can't get the timeout in.
Yeah, I don't know. I said it a few moments ago. I think there's a lot of contact that's just not being called. It's going both ways, don't get me wrong, but still a lot of contact that's not being called.
Active hands from Brannigan knocks it out of bounds. Goodwin will inbound. McKellar way off. Rouse the rebound. Brookdale trying to add to a 6-point lead. 48-42, Brookdale. Andrews. Closely watched by Moser, and that time it's clearly a foul. But it's on Andrews, as they say she initiated the contact, and if I'm Andrews, I just can't believe what I'm seeing, because they missed an obvious call on her a couple of trips ago, and here clearly there was contact on both sides, but for her to get called on the offensive, I'm not so sure.
Yeah, but the difference was she leaned into Moser there as she was going down. That's why it was called an offensive foul. You can't lean into somebody. That's an automatic offensive foul if you're an official.
Adams, baseline drive. It's good. What a move by Kai Adams, and a tough shot. Offensive foul again. Nowhere near the basket. It was Moser taking the hit, and it's number 4 on Andrews.
Wow.
Well, the momentum was in favor of Brookdale for a stretch there, but they've been stuck on 48 points for some time, and now they are watching their star player rack up fouls, one away from being disqualified. Goodwin, the runner, is good, banks it in, 2-point game. Timeout. 3:31 left. Another momentum swing. This time it's in the favor of the Spartans. They're back within 2. We'll be back.
Hi, my name is Michelle Montefinese. I went to Monmouth Regional High School, and I am a point guard.
Hello, I'm Gianna, and I'm from Ocean Township High School, and I'm the center.
Hi, my name is Jackie Lingo. I went to Manasquan High School, and I play forward.
Hi, I'm Shakesha Andrews. I went to Lumber's High School. I'm the point guard.
Hi, my name is Hermione Bunkel, but everybody calls me Frenchie. I'm from France, and I'm a guard.
Hi, I'm Cheyenne Lyons. I'm from Keensburg High School, and I am a point guard.
Hi, my name's Colleen Brannigan. I'm from Madawan High School, and I'm a shooting guard.
I'm Rachel Rouse. I went to Academy Charter High School, and I'm a shooting guard.
We are Brookdale's women's basketball.
Looking for quality higher education at an affordable price? You'll find it at Brookdale Community College. With locations in Lincroft, Freehold, Long Branch, Neptune, Hazlitt, and Wall, and online options that let you study anywhere. At Brookdale, you can train for a new career, earn a diploma, and transfer to a 4-year school hassle-free. Brookdale has small classes and approachable faculty, an honors program, academic support centers, a full student life experience, and nationally ranked sports teams. Visit brookdalecc.edu and start your
Back here at the Collins Arena, down the stretch we go. Region 19 championship game in Division III women's basketball. And this looks like it will be a fight right down to the finish. Brookdale holding on to just a 2-point lead. Jersey blue basketball outside the timeout, down to 10 to shoot. Rouse, corner 3, won't go. Bankel the rebound. Bankel nearly stepped out of bounds. Her bounce pass went to Capetta. Andrews steps in front for the steal and scores.
Yeah, now Brookdale's got to play tight defense, and they can't afford to foul here. They have a 4-point lead under 3 minutes to go. You do not want to send Northampton to the line and have an opportunity to score with the clock stopped.
Brannigan swats it out of bounds. Well, you think the intensity is going right now?
Well, I mean, we were talking about it pre-game, you know, would the intensity be a factor? I'd say it's pretty intense right now.
Andrews, another steal.
See, now Brookdale needs to be very patient here. They got a 4-point lead. You don't need to rush anything. No need for a wild or crazy shot. Work for a good shot. Work around the perimeter.
Andrews directing traffic. 10 to shoot. Andrews starts her move. Swing it over to Rouse. 3-pointer. Won't go. She tried to bank it in. Alvarez touched it last out of bounds.
Yeah, and for Rouse, that was halfway down. Just rattled out at the last minute.
Brookdale will get another 30-second shot clock. 2:17 left.
And again, Brookdale doesn't need to shoot right away here. They can take their time. There's no rush.
Lingo.
Wow.
It's good from the baseline.
And that was not even using the glass there for Jackie Lingo. What a shot.
Jackie Lingo playing big minutes here down the stretch and making a huge basket, her biggest of the season. That's out of bounds, last touch Brookdale.
Now again, no fouls here for Brookdale. You don't want to put Northampton at the line.
Out for Moser. Adams, a 3. Short, tip to Bankel as the rebound. It's a 2-on-1 break. Bounce pass for Rouse. Rouse puts up the jumper, that won't go. Rebound controlled by Moser. Moser flips it back out, Capetta. Moser in the corner with Bankel defending. Spinning, step back, jumper,
wow.
It's good!
It's
long 2-pointer.
Actually, no, they're going to call it a 3, actually. I thought the officials signaled a 2.
What a move by the Spartans, leading scorer. They call it a 3. It's a 3-point game. As we have a timeout, we'll take another look. What a move this was by the freshman.
Now let's watch. Is her foot on the line here? I thought the official signaled it was, yeah, that's going to be a 2 because her foot was on the line. Watch it right here.
I think you're right.
Unless, and I'm trying to remember, if the red line is the 3-point line in women's play. I'm not 100% sure. If that's the case, then that's a 3. But I think that's going to be a 2. And now they corrected it on the scoreboard, so it's a long 2.
So they made the switch. Good eye by you. And it's Brookdale by 4 as we're set to go outside the timeout. Brookdale has Brannigan, Rouse, Andrews, Bankel, and Lingo. Lingo is wide open. Lingo will get it. Lingo underneath. Yes!
I'm surprised Northampton had nobody back there. Lingo was all alone.
Down to 1:10 to go. 6-point Brookdale lead. Goodwin's pass stolen. Lingo for Andrews. Andrews picks it up. Nearly got fouled.
Yeah, there should have been a foul there. I'm surprised that wasn't called.
And now fouled out top by Adams. And Northampton is just unraveling at the seams.
And how about Jackie Lingo? 2 crucial buckets back to back for her.
This is not a player that we have seen play these minutes close late in games, but you had Errico foul out. That made it necessary for Lingo to be in this game, and she's played maybe her best game of the season.
Now again, Brookdale doesn't necessarily need to shoot here. They just need to take time off the clock.
Foul is given by Goodwin. Northampton still needs 1 more before Brookdale shoots.
So Coach Belfield scouting out from the sidelines. As soon as Brookdale catches it, they want a foul. And there you go.
There you go. It's on Capetta. So now Bankel will shoot. It'll be 1 and 1. Tara Belfield has to be disappointed with her team the last couple of minutes after they had been right in this game. But just another game with too many turnovers that they've had. That has continued to plague the Spartans. And it is a 2-shot foul. Bankel misses on the first one. Here's the second. No good. She knew she missed it. It's a lane violation.
Yeah, this game's still not over here. If Northampton can get a 3 or even a 2 and get a quick foul here, they can play this and extend the game quite a bit.
6-point game, 50 seconds left. Andrews tips it and steals it. Fouled again by Adams. And now Andrews will shoot. So Bankel couldn't add 2 on the board her last trip. Andrews, though, shoots it very well from the line.
Yeah, and I think if Andrews here can knock down these 2 foul shots, Brian, I think they can pretty much put the game on ice.
Well, Northampton is having trouble just holding on to the basketball the last couple of minutes. 7-point Brookdale lead. 2 clutch free throws. The Spartans need a score, and quickly, if they're going to have a chance. Moser gives it up for Alvarez. She converts on the inside. Now they have to foul. Andrews handles and gets fouled there by Goodwin. And I think Brookdale is more than comfortable having Andrews take the free throws down the stretch because she is their best free throw shooter.
And she's very comfortable with the line. We've seen Brookdale struggle this year as a whole from the free throw line, but with Andrews there, I think Coach Brunson's pretty comfortable. Now she's still gonna make these foul shots. She can't miss too many of them, as she misses the first one.
There's a Andrews fan in the stands. Second attempt. And we'll get a timeout taken by Tara Belfield and her Spartans. We'll take a quick break, come right back to the Collins Arena.
With both my sons entering college, I knew financial aid was going to help. I never thought I would qualify too. I enrolled in Brookdale's culinary program and discovered a world of talent I never knew I had. After graduation, I landed an externship with David Burke's Fromagerie, and they hired me a month later. My name is Debbie Doran, and I came to Brookdale to learn a new skill. I never imagined it would take me this far.
And we're back. Brian Goudsword, Tim Catalfamo here in the final 31 and a half seconds of this Region 19 Women's Championship game. Brookdale is leading by 7, looking to capture what would be their 7th region championship since 2005. And for head coach Rich Brunson in just his first season, what a year it has been for the Jersey Blues.
And now coming out of this timeout, keep in mind, Northampton, because they call a timeout, can inbound over here. However, if you're Brookdale, you do not want to foul. You want to let this play out without sending them to the foul line.
Goodwin for Alvarez. Alvarez out to Moser. Moser steps back, three-pointer short. Rebound Alvarez, she puts it back up. Won't go, loose again. And another chance for Northampton. Moser a three, won't go again. Lingo with Alvarez, another rebound. And Goodwin will go to the line, but too much time ran off the clock. Only 8.1 seconds left. Brookdale couldn't finish it out by getting one defensive rebound. And Goodwin will shoot for the Spartans.
Well, one thing that Brookdale did a good job there until the very end was not fouling. Even if you were to give up the basket, that's not the worst thing. Just don't send them to the line. Now, again, a lot of time came off that clock, so that definitely hurt Northampton.
So Northampton will be forced to foul immediately after Goodwin's second attempt. No good. Bankel the rebound.
She's fouled.
And the foul is called on Capetta. So 6.5 ticks left. Fourth personal on Capetta. And at this point, if Brookdale makes their free throws, they will be the region champions. For Hermione Bankel, it comes in a sophomore season. And the winner will play on in the national tournament coming up next week. Bankel misses, 5 seconds left. Goodwin advances it. Goodwin heaves it up. And the Jersey Blues are the Region 19 champions.
What a game, what a season, what a comeback. Remember, this team was down by a few points late in the second half. As they dunk Coach Brunson there with that big bottle of water.
The celebration for Brookdale, the defeat for Northampton. It was a great season by the #2 seed out of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, but it's the #1 Jersey Blues who got a first-round bye. They beat Ocean in the semifinal, and now they win it in a team effort as they knock off Northampton to claim their first region championship in 3 seasons.
Yeah, and what a game. This was definitely not easy. I mean, Northampton made a really good run, and quite honestly, I feel played better than Brookdale, but weren't able to make their shots late in the game, and I think that was the key. Brookdale played some solid defense. They started getting some nice offensive or defensive rebounds, started limiting Northampton to only 1 shot per possession, which was something that was not the case in the first half. And I think that was really the difference in the game. Jakasha Andrews, even though I don't think it was one of her best games, played really well, had some crucial threes late in the game, and just some overall solid plays by Jackie Lingo late. Some 2 crucial plays in particular that really led to this being a win for Brookdale.
As you see there, them carry the trophy table toward midcourt. That'll be given in between games. But let's just talk about this season for this team, because if you remember, first game of the season, they played a Division I team. They lost 127-39. I mean, that's not a score you see very often, but they were able to rebound so well. How many teams would have a game like that, then win 9 of their next 11 and wind up with a 20-win season? I just think it says a lot about the makeup this team had and showed all season.
Well, I think it shows a lot about the makeup of the team. I also think it shows a lot about the makeup of the coach, Coach Brunson. I really do think that they're well coached. They know the game plan. They know what they're looking for, and they played really well all season. I mean, this is not just something that they kind of snuck into the tournament. They were the #1 seed coming in. They played incredibly well. They were very strong, and they were a team that honestly really, really deserves this because of how well they played.
And battled adversity too, not just with the schedule playing some tough games, but didn't always have their key components. We talked about Brannigan, Montefinice, two players who started late. They were on the soccer team as well. Had players like Talia Terrell, Brianna Moore away for some stretch of time, but everything came together in the end. They had a full roster and were able to complete this championship season.
Yeah, and you saw other players step up at different times. You mentioned Brianna Moore having a couple games out. You mentioned some injuries that Brookdale dealt with. Rachel Rouse had a concussion. Hermione Bankel had an injury, so did Colleen Brannigan, so they were all able to, as a whole, kind of rebound. And for Northampton, I have to give them credit. They played well. They played strong. Coach Belfield has to be pretty pleased with the overall effort. I know that when you come this close, and when you're this close to going to the Nationals, it's definitely a bitter loss, but still, to be able to come in here and play this well throughout the tournament, I feel that she has to be pretty pleased with her young team. And of course, Chakashi Andrews, of course, is going to get the MVP, which there's no surprise there.
And what a season from start to finish. And I think we may forget sometimes that she's just a freshman. She'll be here next year.
Yes.
And her game can even evolve even more.
Yeah, and I do think that she does have to work on a couple things. Like I said, this was not one of her better games. There were a couple of uncharacteristic mistakes that she made, but overall, on the season, she has been their best player.
And now you see Rich Brunson get the coach award. The transition from men's assistant to head coach of this women's team, and really could not have gone much better.
And he took his jacket off because he got drenched by his players when the game was over.
The Jersey Blues of Brookdale.
It's just an incredible season. Really, really an incredible job overall. You know, this was really kind of a season that was led by players like Hermione Bankel, Brianna Moore, who were here last year, Michelle Montefinice, but you had a lot of new players on the team, a lot of new freshmen, and they were able to step up and play well. And while I don't think it was their best game, I've said that a couple times, they definitely had the better team throughout the entire year. They played a very good Northampton team, and in the end, listen, Northampton didn't make their shots, and that's what it came down to. Brookdale was able to make their shots in the end and was able to get the victory.
Your Brookdale Jersey Blues women's basketball team will represent Region 19 at the NJCAA National Basketball Tournament.
So we see the teams going off the court. Northampton heading for the exits as well.
Featuring the Camdens, the Cougars of Camden,
And season ends in championship fashion, as there you see once again the final score: Brookdale 58 and Northampton 51. And so we see a champion, this Jersey Blue team, knocking off Northampton. We talked about the Brookdale side, but for Northampton, I really think the big issue with them was the turnovers. We saw it in a winning effort yesterday, but today the turnovers came too much at costly points.
Yeah, we saw about halfway through the third quarter, Brookdale went to a full court press defense, which we wondered how that would work out. We've seen Coach Brunson go to that at different times of the year, and it's really kind of changed the dynamic of the game. And that's what it did. It put Northampton a little bit on defense, so to speak. They weren't as comfortable on offense. They didn't make their shots. And one thing that I said earlier, I think that Brookdale did a nice job of, particularly in the fourth quarter, was rebounding the ball, limiting the opportunities that Northampton had. Early on in the game, Northampton would get 3, 4, sometimes 5 offensive rebounds and get baskets to go with that. That didn't happen in the fourth quarter. Brookdale really kind of shut that down, and in the end, they were able to make those shots. So that was really the difference in this game.
So the Jersey Blues win it. 58-51 is the final score. Their season will continue as they'll take part in the national tournament coming up in the coming weeks. So that does it for us. Tim Catalfamo, I'm Brian Goudsward. We'll be back for the men's game coming up as the Brookdale men will take on Camden. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and we will see you for the second game coming up shortly.
Hi, my name is Michelle Montefinice. I went to Monmouth Regional High School and I am a point guard.
Hello, I'm Gianna and I'm from Ocean Township High School and I'm the center.
Hi, my name is Jackie Lingo. I went to Manasquan High School and I play forward.
Hi, I'm Shakesha Andrews. I went to Lumber's High School. I'm the point guard.
Hi, my name is Hermione Bunkle, but everybody calls me Frenchie. I'm from France, and I'm a guard.
Hi, I'm Cheyenne Lyons. I'm from Keensburg High School, and I am a point guard.
Hi, my name's Colleen Brannigan. I'm from Madawan High School, and I'm a shooting guard.
I'm Rachel Rouse. I went to Academy Charter High School, and I'm a shooting guard.
We are